Welcome back to Betty B's Tumbler Academy Nobody Asked For. Today's lesson, why resin makers have trust issues. Now before anyone goes getting offended, I'm a resin maker. I've earned the right to say this because resin is a liar, a beautiful liar, but a liar nonetheless. You see, resin spends most of its life convincing you everything is under control. It looks good, it feels good, it behaves itself. And then, just when you're starting to feel confident, it reminds you who's actually running this operation. Spoiler alert, it's not us. Now, not all resin is the same. Some cure clearer, some resist yellowing better, some release bubbles easier, and some cost enough to make you stare at your shopping cart and whisper, "Do I really need both kidneys?" Then there's the weather. And if you've never worked with resin before, let me explain. Resin is basically a toddler. Too hot, tantrum. Too cold, it refuses to participate. Too humid, we're making threats. Perfect conditions, resin says, let's not get ahead of ourselves. And then comes the measuring. And this is where resin stops being a craft and starts being chemistry. Too much hardener, things get all weird. Not enough hardener, things also get all weird. Didn't mix it properly, things get weird in a brand new and exciting way. Honestly, resin has more rules than my workplace handbook. Then comes the waiting, because despite every resin maker's hopes, dreams, and questionable life choices, you cannot rush it. Trust me, we've all stood over a project checking it every 10 minutes, as if your supervision somehow speeds up the curing process. It doesn't. Resin cures when resin decides it's ready, much like a teenager cleaning their room. You can ask, you can remind, you can become increasingly passive-aggressive. The outcome remains unchanged. And while you're waiting, every airborne contaminant within a 5-kilometre radius receives a notification. Yep, dust, pet hair, random fluff, a bug that wasn't invited, and somehow a glitter particle from a project you mixed 6 months ago. How? Nobody knows. Scientists are still investigating. Because that gorgeous glass-like finish customers love, that's not luck. That's preparation, patience, experience, and a level of self-control that frankly deserves financial compensation. The truth is, working with resin is a lot like raising a tiny glitter-covered dictator. You follow the instructions, you do everything right, and some days it still chooses chaos. But when it behaves, when the colour pops, when the shine hits, and everything cures exactly how you imagined it, for about 30 glorious seconds you feel like the greatest artist on earth. Then you spot a flaw nobody else can see, and the feeling disappears immediately. Resin makers don't have confidence. We have trust issues. This has been Betty B's Tumbler Academy. Join me next time for more information nobody asked for, but you're getting anyway.